So I'm at the Tamashii Spot located here in Hong Kong just to check out their latest displays, collections, and kind of seeing what they're promoting right now. And outside we are greeted with a huge sign with all the logos, and this is all the sub-brands that Tamashii Nations do. So expect to see inside some SH Figuarts, Figuart Zero, Figuarts Mini, Robot Spirits, and the rest. So before entering the store, they do have the glass displayed for the outside viewing, and this is normally to promote their latest products, the items that are coming out very soon or have just been released. So at the moment you can see there is the Gundam section, Kamen Rider, and some Senseias. And it's sometimes nice to see the figure in person if you plan on picking it up very soon, including that 1/6 scale Kaneda bike from Akira, which is a collaboration between Bandai and Medicom Project BM, as well as a couple of Figuart Zero stacked above for the one piece. And before heading inside, there seems to be more promotional materials, including some cardboard stands and some screens. And if we head to the left side, there is a mini exhibition within. Just before going in, you can see there is a Omega garment, which is part of the Digimon series. So for the themed exhibition, they are currently displaying Demon Slayer, the anime. It is my understanding that these are releases from a few years ago, according to the card signs. And you won't find any prices on these, although you may find some of these in stock inside the store. And even though I don't know much about this anime, I think the Figuart Zero have some awesome displays. They are kind of like statues in a very dynamic poses, and the use of effects in some ways makes them a lot more attractive to look at. And as well as Figuart Zero, there seems to be some Figuarts Mini, as there's always a market for smaller scale figures, and even a replica, or as they call it, proplica, of the Nichiren sword. And rounding off the exhibition, we have some more Figuarts Mini below. And here is one more booth located outside, which I believe is also promoting some of the latest products with the Sensei collection, and just to name a few, with the GX37R King Joe and the Ultraman Flash type. And of course the big three of the releases this month with Black Adam, Vegeta, and Sukuna. And all three I did do a in-depth look in my previous video, so go check that out after this tour. So let's head inside Tamashii Spot, as we have some displays dedicated for Squid Game, Metal Build Gundam, as well as the Robot Spirits, and it seems like they have carefully displayed each of the items in their classic poses with the accessories attached, as well as the stands revealing the title and dates. And it's the same as before, these are display only. You may find some in the tiny section of items for sale, which I will go on to later on, but in my opinion this is more for a enjoyment of the collection and just some ideas on how to pose the figures. So it seems like they have a lot of Gundam. As you can see, it's a definite classic and a huge part of their market audience. So much variety. If you're a fan of Gundam, this is definitely worth a visit. And below we have some Ultramans, the Kamen Rider figures, and again this is a large collection where Tamashii Nations have put a lot of effort in over the years. There's also the Naruto section, which of course we got some new updated releases and there are more coming out very soon. There's also a mixture of the Ultramans on show with the minis and the SH Figuarts. And of course the recent hit anime Jujutsu Kaisen. We have the Figuart Zero, the SH Figuarts for the movie Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, and also the One Piece Figuart Zero, which fills the rest of this cabinet. Next we move on to the Dragon Ball section, which is one of the reasons a lot of people have heard of the brand SH Figuarts, and we know for Dragon Ball they've got hundreds of SH Figuarts, so there's only a few that can be selected to make it onto this cabinet. So we have some general releases for the movie Dragon Ball Super Hero, as well as the recent releases of the First Form Cell and the battle suits for Gohan, Krillin, and of course that recent release of Turles. Now one final display which I can never miss out on in this store is the comic book superheroes. Unfortunately the DC figures have been removed at the moment as there hasn't been much going on recently, so it is just Marvel for now. And as you can see, the Spider-Man No Way Home line has an update, and you guessed it, it is the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man standing above the rest, and everything else is just the recent releases over the last 2 years. So here's a quick browse of what's available to buy, and as you can spot, some items that we were seeing on display as well as some items that weren't on display, with a mixture of the brands with SH Figuarts, Figuart Zero, Figuarts Mini, Robot Spirits, and most of these I believe are general releases. So here's a full look inside the Tamashii Spot. It's not the biggest store of course, but it is a nice chilled area inside a shopping mall, and probably not a lot of choices in terms of buying as you can get them elsewhere. But for the displays, I definitely rate this a solid 4 stars out of 5. Remember to check out my full preview on the upcoming displays of the visit at Tamashii Spot recently, as well as the latest SA Figure Arts news, reviews and collections. Thanks for watching and hope to see you very soon.